Hello, fellow Dungeon Masters. Your party has returned from their first adventure. They are not exactly heroes, but they're on their way. Now what? I'm Lewis Nichols, and if you're on your way to Session 2, you are watching the right video. The hard part is over. You've captured the attentions of a set of players. Continued effort will make your new campaign epic. We can only budget a few hours before it all happens, so let's get busy. Time to get a local map down. It doesn't have to be a masterpiece, just the essentials. Make a few friendly player copies and have them spread around for player consumption before you even get started. Next up, let's make a plan for success. Let's place a monster on their little corner of the world, somewhere on this tiny island. Something they cannot possibly beat right now, but something that's also not an imminent threat. I'm going to figure this for a fight about the time they're 5th level, so let's make it a Globberzoo, a CR9 demon from the 2024 Monster Manual. We're going to call him Henry, and we're going to come up with a little story about how he escaped from his summoner, but now he's trapped on the plane. He's been spotted in various places over the years. This is going to give the party a goal, but it's also going to keep them on edge every time they go out for a mission on the island. Task number 3. Have I mentioned how important it is to keep campaign building split into tasks? Nice, bite-sized pieces of work that can easily be accomplished. If you look at the whole thing as one job, you're going to freak out and never get anything done. So task number 3 is coming up with a mission to offer your party in Session 2. Now, I said I run open world, and I do. If the party wants to do something else, I'll work with them. The session I'm going to lay out in front of them is a bit of a dungeon crawl. There's a cave, let's say here, where miners are still bringing up iron in a somewhat primitive operation. It's currently inaccessible due to spiders. Don't overthink it. The party goes in, deals with some big old roaches, some spiders, whatever low CR creatures you want to pull out of the books. After a few fights, the party finds a collapsed area with a crushed skeleton. Its armor is ancient. I might make it a difficult access and have the party have to recruit some of the prospectors to help with excavations. Again, don't try too hard. They're low level. Don't overinvest. This is a great place to use maps out of the DMG or stolen from some online source. The second half of this dungeon is going to be some old crypts where the party has to fight a few undead. This can be a 1, 2, or even 3 session dungeon. Is there a point to it all? There can be, but there doesn't have to be. A dungeon can just be a dungeon. Now, we do know that one of the possible late-game BBEGs is a lich. Anything undead can be related to that. You can also have the party find a book of a necromancer that will lead you to something later. You might even start to complicate things and place a +1 weapon with a family crest relating it to one of the party members. None of this has to be revealed early on, but you've laid some groundwork, some vague background to build on later. We have not talked about how you're going to handle leveling. It's completely up to you, but I would aim for the party making 2nd level after completing this dungeon. Task number 4. Did you panic when I mentioned that the party can do whatever they want? Come on, you can admit it if you did. It's okay. Don't sweat it. They're super low level. It's gonna be okay. Spend half an hour thumbing through the monster book, any monster book, and write down a few critters that you want to use. It doesn't all have to be for combat encounters. Maybe you want to place a somewhat friendly dragon somewhere, or some kind of genie. The sooner you do it, the better. World building does not stop at Session 1. The party doesn't know everything, so you can add some pretty major components after you've started. Thank you all for stopping by, fellow Dungeon Masters. This is an intentionally short video to prove a point. Early sessions don't have to require a bunch of planning. Now, if you have the time, you can spend it on developing NPCs or thinking about future plot lines. You don't have to. Not now, and frankly, not ever. It's up to you to the extent that you want to complicate your life. I hope you all have a lack of complication in your own lives. You deserve peace and security. I want to wish you all the best. Cheers.